Harry's Wife, Part 101.38. Phew. Harry relieved. Harry's Wife, cold fury. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor, continuing to educate you about narcissism, the way that it manifests, the various facets of it, and of course applying this all to real-life examples to aid your understanding. The funeral of Queen Elizabeth, of course, and events surrounding it has provided us with a wealth of information to understand more about narcissism, in particular with regard to Harry's wife. We now turn to a little bit of video footage that has emerged following the extended coverage of the funeral yesterday. The section that I'm going to play for you is when the royals are leaving the chapel at Windsor, getting into their vehicles. Just to warm things up, they will see the interactions and behaviours of the king, the queen consort, the Waleses, and then Harry's wife, and Harry to explain to you what's going on. First of all, let's have a little look at the relevant piece of footage so that you can form your own views about what's going on ahead of my analysis. Here it comes. Here we are with the footage, and first of all, we see, of course, the king talking to the archbishop, assertion of control benignly, thank you very much, talking to the relevant dean, thank you, little joke there, yes. I'm going to sit back now and go and listen to H.G. Tudor, jolly entertaining. Thanking other people, facade maintained, thank you so much, Camilla, Princess Royal in the background there. And then the king heading off. Come on, Camilla, this is us. Straight into the back of the vehicle, as protocol dictates. Lady thinks she'll open the door. No, better not. It's the king. Don't think he wants me to hand over a mint at this juncture. Sit down. Tally-ho, declares the king. Get home, I have some YouTube action to watch. And away they go. Nod of the head there from the staff, and the king sets off there in his motor vehicle, heading away from St. George's Chapel. And we get an excellent panning shot there. A couple of chaps to one side. Windsor Castle. Here come the Waleses, patiently waiting. Come on, kids, in you go. Get back in time to see what that loose cannon of your brother Louis has been up to. We couldn't come today. We couldn't trust him to behave, the little scoundrel. Dad, can I have a go of your sword? No, this is mine. I'll get you one later. Don't worry about that. And in go the Waleses, door closed. And off they go. Crown on the car, of course, demonstrating important people inside. And another tracking shot as away they go. Two chaps to one side have been moved out of the way, and they've gone over and met their friend. Oh, I've got this phone, it's really good, he's saying. Now here they come. Harry and Harry's wife. Notice there's no grip of doom. This is because Harry's getting the cold fury. Notice also Harry's wife is straight in first ahead of Harry because she leads, he follows. Blowout of the cheeks from Harry. No grip, no hand. Away they go. Icy glare on face. And as they pull away, we can see Harry attempting to engage in conversation. She's staring straight ahead. Oh dear, somebody's pink pancakes are going to be in trouble tonight. So not such a good scenario there for Prince Harry. So what's going on? Well, you'll be able to see it repeated as I'm talking to you. But essentially, we see a further interaction between the narcissist and the intimate partner primary source, who finds himself in devaluation once again. As you know, the dynamic when it takes place between narcissist and victim is one of golden period, and then it moves on to sustained devaluation, respite period, sustained devaluation. With Prince Harry and Harry's wife, when she emerges, you can see that she does not look best pleased. Her mouth is set. She's staring straight ahead. There'll be those that don't understand narcissism that would say, well, it's a solemn occasion. What do you expect? To come out playing a banjo and grinning like a loon? No, of course not. But also because I understand narcissism, I know that what we have here is a look of cold fury. She can't come out with heated fury because that would damage the facade. And instead, quite simply, she is not pleased because it's about somebody else and not her. And she needs to assert control. And in the way that some people will come in and kick the dog when they've had a bad day, Harry's wife is doing similar with regard to Harry. And as the two of them wait for their car, you'll notice that, of course, the grip of doom isn't there. On any other occasion, she's been gripping his hand, controlling him, and also utilising it for this show of affection, to manage that facade to the outside world. Here, that is absent, because she's giving him, in effect, the cold shoulder. The vehicle pulls up. Harry's talking to the gentleman that's waiting with the sword, and he ushers his wife forward. Notice that with the king and queen consort, the king went first. With the Prince of Wales and Princess of Wales, the Prince of Wales went first. And it's invariably protocol that the man goes in first. Harry's wife, no need for that. She leads, and therefore her narcissism dictates that she goes into the vehicle ahead of Harry. Harry's not going to cause any complaint. He'll be worried that the pink pods will become the pink pancakes. She clambers in. He follows. And as they get in, of course, there's the blowout of the cheeks from him, demonstrating that not only has he found the whole day pretty stressful, which you would expect, it's the funeral of his grandmother, but moreover, the fact that that is a tell with regard to how he's being treated by his wife. Even the gentleman in the background looking across is probably thinking to himself, you know what, poor bastard, he's going to get it tonight when he gets back to Frogmore, if they're staying there. The pressure of her behaviour towards Harry shows again with the blowout of his cheeks. She sits there and doesn't even look at him. Once upon a time, of course, the hand would come across to control him with that facade management, but because he's getting cold fury here, there isn't. He sits back, and she glances across, looking out of the window, and they set off. And as the car drives away, she's then looking forward. Harry's looking at her as if to say, please talk to me, please talk to me. Those of you that have been involved with the narcissist will know this situation all too well, where you are effectively being given a present silent treatment, that you're being controlled by the narcissist not engaging with you, and you don't know why it's happening. Why are you not talking to me? What have I done? Please explain. Please talk to me. But of course the narcissist doesn't. Your pleas demonstrate that you're under control, and you're providing fuel, and the narcissist internally is lapping it all up, relishing your discomfort, relishing your pain, relishing your upset. It's evident that Harry hasn't done something that he ought to have done whilst at St. George's Chapel, and therefore he's being devalued. He's also on the receiving end because of this day being about his grandmother and not about being Harry's wife. And here, the facade, although it didn't allow her to go into full meltdown mode with her running across and pulling his ginger forelocks and punching him in the stomach or whatever, or gouging him in some way, or coming out and shouting at the sky about how she's being treated. No, it doesn't allow heated fury, but remember, as a mid-ranger, she's predominantly governed by cold fury with some heated fury occasionally. Here, it's the cold fury, churning away beneath the surface, powering her to give him the cold shoulder. That icy look, which others would mistake for solemnity, it isn't the case. Here, he's been given the cold shoulder, which is being done to control him, by being with him but absent from him, present silent treatment, prompting a response from him that demonstrates that he's under control, and providing fuel. You can see by Harry's reaction when he blows out the cheeks that this is all too much for him. And it's both a combination of the day itself, but also how his wife's treating him. And he wasn't able to keep that under wraps, giving you an insight as to how he's feeling at this moment. Notice there's no comforting gesture from her, loss of his grandmother, and of course the day that he has been through. The customary claw, the grip of doom that makes its way across to assert control and supposedly show a united front and supposedly show affection for him, is noticeable by its omission. And that's part of the cold shoulder that he's receiving. A useful little bit of video footage and analysis there to see yet more of the dynamic and an example of cold ignited fury. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.